Hello everyone, I am Dr. Geetanjali Srivastav from the Department of Commerce at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. And in today's module, I am going to discuss about the multinational companies. In simple words, a multinational corporation is a corporate organization that owns or controls production of goods or services in at least one country other than its home country. For example, Microsoft. Microsoft Corporation India is a subsidiary of Microsoft Corporation, which, as we all know, is an American multinational. Started in the year 1975. Microsoft Corporation began its operation in 1990 with its headquarters in Hyderabad, India, and ever since has worked closely with the Government of India as well as the IT firms. It is indeed one of the most popular in the list of MNCs in India. Let me begin with the deep understanding of the topic. Let's see the popular MNCs. It is Apple, Deloitte, Coca-Cola, TCS, Accenture, IBM, Adidas, Nestle, Procter & Gamble. So these are the few popular names in the list of MNCs. A multinational corporation can also be referred to as a multinational enterprise, that is MNE, a transnational enterprise, that is TNE, or a transnational corporation, which is also called as TNC. A multinational corporation is usually a large corporation incorporated in one country which produces or sells goods or services in various countries. The two main characteristics of MNCs are their large size and the fact that their worldwide activities are centrally controlled by the parent companies. MNCs have their central head office in the home country and their secondary offices in the host countries. These companies operate worldwide and hence also known as global enterprises. The activities are controlled and operated by the parent company worldwide. Products and services of MNCs are sold around various countries, which requires global management. High turnover and many assets, aggressive marketing are some of the features of multinational companies. Let us now understand the features, advantages and the disadvantages of MNCs in detail. To begin with the features of MNCs, the first point is the high turnover and many assets. MNCs operate on a global scale, which means they have huge assets in almost all countries in which they operate. Their turnovers are also very large. For example, Apple has a market capitalization of $1 trillion. This is bigger than the entire economy of the many developing countries. The second is the control. MNCs have unity of control. So while they have many branches in many countries, the main control will remain with the head office in its country of origin. The business operations in the host country have their own management and offices, but the ultimate control will still remain at the head office. Third is technological advantages. As we know, the MNC has huge amounts of wealth and investments. This allows them to use the best technology available to boost their products and their company. Most companies also invest huge money in their research and development department to invent and discover new technological marvels. The fourth is management by professionals. An MNC is run by very competent and capable individuals. They have suitable managers to take care of their business operations, technology, finances and expansions, etc. And they are also able to attract the top talent to their corporations due to their resources and their reputations. Next is aggressive marketing. MNCs can spend a lot of money on marketing, advertising and promotional activities. They target an international audience, so effective marketing becomes necessary. Aggressive marketing allows them to capture the market and sell their products globally. Now let us see the advantages of multinational corporations. For a country, existence of MNCs and its functioning in an economy brings lot of merit to that country. They also bring many advantages to the consumers as well. Now let us see some of the merits of MNCs in both the host country and the home country. Now the merits of the MNCs for a host country. One of the main advantages to the host country is that MNCs boost their economic growth. They bring with them huge investments and capitals, and then through subsidiaries, joint ventures, branches, factories, they promote rapid industrial growth. In fact, MNCs are known as the messengers of progress. The next point is a multinational corporation helps the technological growth of the country as well. They bring new innovations and technological advancement to the host country. They help to modernize the industry in developing countries. MNCs also reduces the host country's dependence on imports. Increase in the economic independence reduces the imports and give rise to the exports. All MNCs have enormous capital and resources at their disposal. A good portion of such resources is invested in research and development. This can be very beneficial to the host countries where they set up their R&D facilities. Multinational corporations also promote maximum utilization of the country's resources. This in turn leads to economic development. Now let us see the merits of MNCs for the home country. MNCs make their home countries, that is the country of origin, very rich by their revenues. The corporation will collect fees, royalties, profits, charges from all their host countries and bring them back to the home country. This huge inflow of foreign exchange is very beneficial to the home country. MNCs provide a means of cooperation between developed countries and developing or underdeveloped countries. This allows both to benefit from the partnership. These multinational corporations also help to promote bilateral trade relations between the countries. Now, let us talk about the disadvantages. A multinational corporation only has a profit motive. Their interest may not align with the national interest of the host country and can be harmful to their economy and development. In some host countries, the presence of MNCs can restrict competition and may even cause a monopoly or monopolistic competition. They also charge heavy fees and charges in their host countries and move all the profits to their home country. This outflow of foreign exchange can be detrimental to the host country. MNCs use the resources in the host country in a very reckless manner, which leads to fast reduction of non-renewable natural resources and dominate domestic policies. MNCs use their money power for political purposes. They take undue interest in the political matters of the host countries. So now we can conclude that multinational companies need to evaluate their social responsibilities. They should focus on the development of their employees. They also should promote fair competition, and for the customers, they should work in accordance with the business ethics. The companies can operate well if they follow cultural, regulatory and ethical practices in countries where they operate. So this was all about the MNCs for this module. I hope the concept is clear to you all. We will be meeting again in the next module with another interesting topic. Till then, take care and keep learning.